What's up everyone, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about a strategy that you can use in order to start investing in real estate in 2023. It's the perfect strategy for someone who is a first-time home buyer, someone who is currently looking for a home and interested in investing in real estate. And it's a strategy that allows you to bring very little money to the table. Whether you're a new investor or someone just starting out, I think that this strategy can help you. So without further ado, let's get into it. So this is a strategy that I'm sure that you've heard of before, and it's essentially house hacking. But it's interesting because when I talk to other investors that I know that are experienced, whenever this topic comes up, every single one of them says, I wish I would have done that to start with. And to be honest with you, I wish I would have also. So the strategy I'm going to talk about today is using an FHA mortgage to purchase an investment property. Now, you can use an FHA mortgage to purchase a single family home or a multifamily unit. Anything 1 to 5 units is allowed when using an FHA mortgage. And what makes it so great for 2023 is the fact that home prices are extremely high right now. So it may be hard to qualify for a home that we want in some cases. And the beauty about this program is if you target multifamily properties that already have renters in them, then the FHA loan originator will use 75% of those rents to help you qualify for the mortgage. So if you don't qualify on your own and you're interested in investing in real estate, it may be a very wise move to target duplexes, triplexes, quadplexes in order to start your investment journey and also utilize those rents as income to help you qualify for a mortgage. Now, it may not be your forever home, but it will help you start your investing journey. Now, you do have to live in an FHA-backed mortgage home for at least a year after closing. But I want to get into a couple examples today and show you how this can benefit you and allow you to possibly live rent-free essentially and have someone else make your mortgage payments and even some possibly towards your utilities and other expenses on the property. So what I'm going to do here is just pull up an example on Zillow. Now, I'm just going to pick a city in Middle America, and we'll see what we can pull up as far as multifamily units that are listed on the MLS that could possibly be good deals. We want to see for sale, and we're going to go to home types, and we want to look for multifamily units. So let's see here. That one looks like it actually might be a house. This one. So this looks like a pretty good property, and this is a duplex for $299. So what we want to do is we want to see first what the mortgage is going to be. So mortgage calculator. Okay, so whenever you use an FHA loan, they're only going to require you to put down 3.5%. You have to have a minimum of a 580 credit score, and they will allow you to only put down 3.5%. So let's say that property was $299,000. This is just assuming there's no negotiation and the property is sold at $299,000. So that's going to be $10,465. So $299 minus 10,000 and whatever that was, let's say 360. So 288,640. So 288,640, 30-year fixed, And right now mortgage rates have come down a little bit. So I'll just say a 6.9 because I know they're in the low threes, or sorry, 6.3 right now is what the average is, I believe. So $1,901 a month. So next what we want to do is actually see what rents are in the area. So I'm going to take this address, I'm going to plug it in, and we're going to see if we can get any comps for rent in this area. So this doesn't say how big the property is, but let's see here. So we can see a number of bedrooms in this. So this actually might be the whole duplex. I'm really not sure how big this property is. Maybe it's a 2-bed, 2-bath. So we'll see what rents are in this area. Change this to rent and 900. So this is a very similar property here. So this 3-bedroom duplex. So 3-bedroom, this might not be in a very good area. 3-bed, 1.5-bath for $900 a month. So this really might not be a very good property. So let's try to take a look at another one, because you've got one side paying $900 and you have to live in one side of this, or you have to live on the property. So we want to find a property where essentially most of our mortgage can be being paid, and hopefully also some utilities and expenses. So if you're living in one side, they're only paying $900. It's really not a good deal. That doesn't cover but half the mortgage. So let's see what this is here. Okay, so this is a quadplex, turnkey quadplex with current rents $39.17 a month. 3 units upstairs, 1 studio, 2 1-bedrooms, and a 2-bedroom unit on the main floor. So they've got 2 1-bedrooms and a studio leased out, and the current rents are $39.17. So divided by 3, that's $1,305. So a unit. Now let's see if we can get some comps in this area for the rent. So we want to go to rent. So we'll do that over here. I'm going to take that address, plug it into my other tab here, and we are going to see what the rents are in the area. So we have, well, this is showing for rent $10.50 a month. Some pretty good rents on this property. That's it right here. $700 a month. Yeah, that's that one. So look, we've got some decent rents over here. $1,100. Yeah, so rents are pretty good over here. So now what we want to do is do the same thing we did for the other property, but we want to do it for this one. So again, you're going to have to put down 3.5%, and 3.5% of 350,000, 12,250. So assuming nothing changes, 12,250. Your mortgage amount will be $337,750. So 2,224, which might make this a fairly good deal. So this has a unit that is vacant already. Essentially, what would happen here is you could get into this property for a very small down payment of $12,000. Now, the thing about this is if you just were to buy a single family home, your forever home or whatever it is, you're going to have to put down close to that amount anyways. And in 2023, the interest rates being so high, the home prices being inflated, it's very hard to find a home anyways. And if you're interested in investing in real estate, then you very well could just find a property like this and use it as a stepping stone. Now, you only have to live in the property for a year. So during the time of ownership of this property here, you could move into this downstairs unit that is empty and the other ones are already being leased out, and the majority of your mortgage is getting paid already. What do we say here? $2,224. So you're already getting $39.17 in rents. I'm assuming that they're paying some utilities here, because if you just extrapolate these numbers, it doesn't quite add up to $39.17, especially maybe that studio unit is a little bit less, so that he's probably billing back some utilities at a property like this. And to be honest with you, this looks like the downstairs unit. This doesn't look to be in that bad of shape. So you've got $39.17 coming in already, minus the $2,224. $2,224. And your remainder is $1,693. So you get to live there for free. They pay your mortgage, and then they pay utilities and other expenses that might cover a portion of the taxes. And in a year's time, you move out. You've got this $1,693 here already coming in. You move out of that other unit, and you rent that out for $1,200 a month. I believe that was a 2-bedroom. Now you have $2,900 coming in. So it is a very good stepping stone for you to start investing in real estate and have someone pay your mortgage in the meantime. You'll basically be living for free, essentially, or you're greatly reducing the amount that you have to pay out. They're paying down your mortgage. You're getting some cash flow, and you're starting your investment career. So here's a full breakdown of how this would look for this particular property. Now, some of the insurance and tax information, utilities, is very hypothetical. I pulled the tax information from what Zillow said it thought it would be, but we're just going to use this as an example to show you. Okay, as we saw, the purchase price is $350,000, and FHA only requires you to bring 3.5% of that amount, so that would be $12,250, and your remaining is $337,750 as your loan amount. And if this is correct and the seller is listing the incomes as they are currently, the income on those would be $3,917 a month. So your loan payment would end up being $2,225 at current rates, which I put at 6.9. I think they're a little bit lower than that right now, and that is on a 30-year amortization. So after you pay your mortgage with that rental income, and this is just them paying it while you live there, your remaining amount is $1,692 a month. Now you've got taxes, insurance, utilities. I just kind of guessed on your utilities, and I put insurance at $150 a month, and they estimated on Zillow the taxes to be $450 a month, I believe. So you're left with the remaining income of $337. Now, that doesn't seem like a lot, but guess what? You live there, and that's essentially living for free if those numbers are, close to being accurate. Now, the beauty of this is you have to live in an FHA-backed mortgage for a year. That's what's required per the lender. I wouldn't tell you to do otherwise. And after a year, you move out and you have a vacant unit. Now you lease that unit for $1,100 a month, and I'm just going off of what they currently have one of these units listed for. And now your income jumps to $1,437. And you move into a new house, and it could essentially be paying your mortgage on that home or a large portion of it. So this is a very, very good strategy for starting your investment journey. It's a good way to get into an investment property with little money down and basically live for free for a year. I mean, think of all the money you could save in that year's time as well. So there's so many benefits to this, and I wish I would have done it when I started out. But this is, again, sort of hypothetical because of some of these amounts. You'd have to get the exact numbers, but this is how this kind of deal would break down. You've got to get yourself in the mindset of building net worth, building your wealth. And the only way you can do that is to take your first step and get your first investment property. So this is a very, very good way to start your investing journey. Now, let's say you even were to be interested in the other property, the first property that we looked at. That had 2 units. It was a duplex, and the mortgage on it would have been $1,800. Now, the comp rents in the area, the comparable rents in that area were $900 a month. So let's say you were okay with moving into a slightly nicer property and you didn't want to, move into that one that we looked at second. It may not have, fit your criteria, whatever you're looking at. So you move into the first one. You live in one side. The other side is paying half of your mortgage. And then in a year's time, you move out. You lease the other unit out that you moved out of, and it's bringing in $1,800 a month. It's essentially covering most of the mortgage. There's just different strategies. You may be okay with that. You may have a decent income and you just kind of want to start acquiring properties, and you may be okay with the rents only covering the mortgage. I'm not saying that that's a very good deal. I wouldn't do that personally, but I'm just trying to give you the viewpoint of wealth. When you have someone paying down your mortgages and you're getting all those advantages from it, you're getting the appreciation on the property, you're getting cash flow, you should be getting cash flow, you're getting the tax advantages from the property, and you're getting the debt pay down from that property. It is only a means to increasing your net worth, and it's only a means to gaining financial freedom. And you can't do that unless you take these steps. One of the main things that I think was essential to my success as a real estate investor was motivation. Now, when I started out, I had a very well-paying job. I mean, I was an aircraft mechanic and I was getting paid terribly, and I really, really, really tried to find a high-paying job, and I found a high-paying job. I did whatever it took to start working overseas and making good money because I knew that I was just going to be stuck at a dead-end job, working mandatory overtime, 12-hour shifts, and making very little pay, looking at my checking account all the time to make sure I could afford my bills. I knew that I would just continue on that route if I didn't do something to get myself out of that situation. So I applied for every single job that I knew overseas, and I knew it would suck, and I knew I'd be in a war zone. I knew it'd be dangerous, but I went ahead and I did it anyways. And it took me a mere 5 years in order to be financially free and not have to go back to work ever again. I just put all the money I could into real estate investing, and now I don't have to work for anyone. So you have to have that motivation, whatever that drive is that makes you want to get to a point in your life where you're not reliant upon someone else giving you a paycheck. I'm not saying that it's for everyone, but it is very understated how satisfying it is to be out from under a 9-to-5 job. And you have to have that mindset of taking that first step. Once you take that first step, it gets easier from there. Now, just an example, I polled a lot of real estate investors in my local area. We have a investors group, and there's a lot of people in it. The community is very, very small here, so a lot of people know each other. And I just asked, how long did it take you from when you started investing to actually be able to quit your 9-to-5 job? Like how long did it take? And the average was like 4 years. And most of these people that I know that responded are essentially millionaires now. And, you know, on paper, that is, you know, a lot of people, their net worth is over $1 million. It's money, but they haven't realized it yet. You know, they haven't realized it as in its unrealized gains. It's in the property itself. So you just have to have that mindset to take that first step. Now, I know that was kind of a long rant, but I really hope that some of you are taking something from this video. And if you have any questions about, you know, what it takes or anything that might be holding you back, that maybe I could help get you over that hump and that way of thinking, then please reach out. I'd love to give you some of my advice and hopefully get you on the right track and starting your investing journey. I hope this video helped, and as always, if you liked it, please click the notifications button and subscribe, and I appreciate it. Until next time.